Human beings are inherently selfish creatures. Now, I know that sounds pretty pessimistic, but it's also true. Our wants and needs are typically the first things on our mind. On top of that, however, people are also contradictory in nature. Despite us being selfish, we often neglect to take care of ourselves. We avoid things that are overall good for us and indulge in things we know are only destructive in the end. We want connection with others, but keep to ourselves and scroll endlessly on social media. We want to be fit, but we sit around and eat all day. We all know alcohol and drugs are bad for us, but go to any public university and that's the main way to let loose and have fun. So much of what we do on a daily basis is in direct contradiction to what we say we desire. Why is it that despite being naturally self-centered, we seem to lack something essential to improving the quality of our own lives? Self-love. There's a quote out there that says, "We only accept the love that we think we deserve." I think there's a growing number of people who deny themselves of a good thing because they've been conditioned to think that they aren't worthy of that thing. If we want to take love, for an example, in a romantic, platonic, or even familial sense, in cases we'll push away those trying to get close because we feel as if we haven't earned their compassion, for whatever reason that might be. In Across the Spider-Verse, Gwen seems to display a lack of self-love. We see early on that she's lost the people most important to her, and to a degree blames herself for it. She feels as if she causes pain for those who get close to her, and as a result, she doesn't have many real relationships in her life. Miles is someone she cares for deeply, but she doesn't allow herself to get too close out of fear of losing him. She lost her Peter Parker and blames herself for that, and consequently that led to her falling out hard with her father. Miles is the only person she feels she has left and doesn't want to risk losing that too. Fear of messing things up and inadequacy deprives us of several joys in life, and that's why I believe it's so important to be conscious of the way we all think about ourselves. Social media has us all comparing our lives instead of living them. It makes it hard to love ourselves when we always see someone smarter, wealthier, or more attractive than us. Lack of self-love is evident when we look all around us today. Look at OnlyFans for another example. If we're gonna keep it a stack, men are the primary reason the OnlyFans thing is doing crazy numbers right now. Some guys are paying ridiculous amounts of money so that women online can simply acknowledge their existence. If these guys truly loved and respected themselves, they'd just go outside and interact with women that way. Pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is hard, but it's also a sign that you care enough about yourself to grow. Our past sins are also things that can affect our ability to love ourselves. Sometimes when we've done something and haven't forgiven ourselves, we think we aren't deserving of happiness in our lives. Guilt keeps us from enjoying what life has to offer, and this is a theme that's extremely prevalent in the movie A Silent Voice. One of our two main characters, Shoya, is being shown bullying our other main character, Shoko, when they were in grade school together. Shoya gives her a hard time because she's different, she's deaf, and he, along with several other students, essentially bully her into transferring out of the school. They don't see each other for several years after that, but when they eventually reconnect, we see that Shoya has picked up sign language, maybe out of repentance or guilt or something else entirely. But in interacting with Shoko, he's seemingly trying to make amends for his previous behavior. In his adult life, we see that Shoya has become withdrawn and depressed. He doesn't value his life anymore and only stays around because he realizes how much it would hurt his mom otherwise. Shoya and Shoko's relationship grows over the course of the movie, and we reach a point where Shoya has to stop Shoko from taking her own life. At this point, it's clear that they both hate themselves at some level. Shoya for his behavior, and Shoko for being different, for being a burden on those around her. This story presents like a sort of romance at first glance, but upon watching, it's a story about finally coming to love yourself. By the end of the movie, Shoya has replaced the friends he's lost with better ones. He looks around and realizes he finally feels valuable, like he has something, someone to live for, and that person is himself. I don't know if I did the best job explaining the movie, but that's more or less what I got from it. I'm not doing it justice, really. You should go and check it out for yourself. It's honestly an incredible movie. But I talk about all these different examples to settle on this final message. Giving someone more of what they don't already appreciate isn't going to make them love you. Love isn't something that you can earn. It's given. Even the Bible supports this idea in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 through 9. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from you. It is the gift of God. It is not from works, so that no one may boast. Even God's love isn't something that can be acquired through some sort of accomplishment. So many people today believe that being a good person is what gets you into heaven, when the Bible directly says God's grace and love is readily available for all those who truly seek Him. Love isn't something that someone needs to become worthy of having. It's just something we already are innately worthy of. And maybe the first step in improving our lives is just to look in the mirror and say, I love you.